What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction. Back with an album that has been waiting for me to go through for a while. Izzy, a great friend of the channel, recently reminded me of this. A bit of an issue accessing it. Nevertheless, I have it in my hands now. It's from an album called Cool It Down 2022 by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, which is a hilarious plural group name. And the first track on it is Spitting Off the Edge of the World, which is not only a cheeky reference to earlier understandings of a flat earth and the idea of reaching an edge that has a drop off into nothingness, but also an act, if not of defiance, of disregard or negative attitude or a sort of personal disinterest in whatever may be out there. You don't tend to spit at things that are valued or seen with reverence. So yeah, it's an interesting title phrase for an opening track, and one that may be figurative, or certainly is figurative, but in regard to approaching the actual world and one's life trajectory or society around you. So I'll see what I can pick up on our first listen. This is the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, the opening tune of their Cool It Down album 2022, and it's called Spitting Off the Edge of the World. Cosmic the scale, the scope of that was massive, although, again, there were contrasting sections which were very soft and intimate and echoed and seemingly, turned inside out. But to try to remember some of the lyrics first, definitely speaking to a youthful generation that is spitting off the edge of the world, and they never had a chance. There's nowhere for them to hide, nowhere for them to run. So it feels like it is making a sociological point, and perhaps one with an attitude relevant to a cohort's perception of what has, or what they've inherited, what has become their world as they grow into it. I don't quite know the essence of, why that is or what point is being made, but it does feel like we're talking about a specific generation and the way that their emotional response to the world has a bit of defiance to it. But again, it sounded in some sections like a huge Sybient tune. We're out in the universe, the galaxy. I believe a sun was referenced at some point, so I don't know if that's just, looking up in the sky and the glare and so on, but it did have this big cosmic feel to it, contrasted again with the more quiet and intimate sections. Obviously a male and a female vocal, including in some points where it sounded like they were singing together, and those were some of the moments where I was having the hardest time hearing what they were saying, but that was partly because not only were these huge pads and I think keyboards and guitar, but the percussion was very kinetic and smashing, and the ride cymbal, the snare, all the drums sounded very big and powerful. So there were a couple moments where the overall sonic intensity was covering some of the vocal or lyrical clarity, which, may be by design. Either way, a really compelling opener, if despite me not quite knowing what it's about. So yeah, anytime you remind me of, Sybient from like the Ultimate label or something, that's definitely a good thing. It feels like it could have been a Solar Fields track without, all those vocals. So a really interesting opener. Once again, shout out to Izzy for sharing. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.